After review from the city, administration wants to put the tobacco reduction grant policy and the cannabis retailer fee policy into one. For many council members, this is important to pass.
Over the past number of years, I've seen the projects that grant has funded and how they've had an impact on our community in a positive way. So always looking at how do we educate people to reduce their harms associated with tobacco or vaping use or the nicotine addiction, as well as how do we promote that smoke-free environment in our community.
The collected funds from the policies go towards city-led initiatives, and passing this policy will allow council to continue to do them.
I think that this gives the opportunity for a city to continue to provide services as well as programming and work with other groups that would like to provide programming that would help people understand some of the hazards and health challenges that are associated with smoking, using flavored tobacco as well as cannabis, and help encourage that their disuse in essence from that perspective.
However, not all council members are in favor of the policy.
I think the reasons for which we initially adopted those to raise funds for particular items on the cannabis side, it was related to paying for enforcement of it because it was relatively new when it was legalized, that there was a lot of costs being passed on to municipalities, and we should be using that towards paying those costs. And now it's not exactly clear whether those costs truly exist. And then on the other side, the tobacco reduction policy, I just, in terms of my own beliefs on that, is that it's a provincial responsibility and a healthcare responsibility and a federal government responsibility, and not necessarily something that should be done by municipalities.
Councillors in favor of the policy do believe that there is a costly impact from tobacco on the community and remain in favor of the need to pass the new policy.
Municipalities do have a cost associated with tobacco use, and so for every employee who uses tobacco, it costs the business on average about $5,816 per year, and so that's lost productivity, increase in health costs, lost days of work, longer breaks, etc., as well as 5%, so 1 out of 20 house fires are caused by cigarette use. And then there's that environmental concern around cigarette butts and other paraphernalia that might be left behind in community. And so the cleanup of that is also a cost associated with for municipalities.
The policy will be brought forward again in a future meeting. Sarah Baker, Primetime Local News.